Welcome to the video podcast from Man of Dust. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a track on the album. I'm going to be detailing the story behind that track. I'm going to be talking about the instrumentation behind that track. And then at the end of this video, that track will be posted for you to listen to and enjoy. And then if you want to listen to that track by itself, you can go to my SoundCloud and listen to it. And then you can also, if you want, listen to other tracks that have been posted up there. So this particular track today that I'm going to be talking about is called 10 Men Drown. So diving into the story behind 10 Men Drown, it's an old Western ballad, has that kind of vibe. The style of it is an old kind of cautionary tale. It's about a man who sells his soul to the devil for something precious to him. There's a lot of symbolism in this story. So the thing he sells his soul to the devil for is symbolized by a golden plate in this album, in this song, and he keeps going down to do the devil's work in this song to this place called 10 Men Drown, and it's symbolized as this delta of a river. And there's this line in the song that kind of sums it all up. It says, 10 men drown was its name by the sea, just the delta of a river, and by its banks grew a tree. A noose hung high off its bow, and at that scaffold's end were closed all the deals of the devil's men. So there's this place where all the lives of those who do the devil's work are just kind of neatly tied off, probably at a very young age. It satisfies, the message of it is that doing the devil's work satisfies in the short run, but in the long run it really doesn't pay. And it's kind of set in the setting of an old, like I said, old Western style ballad. So diving into the instrumentation, I used some kind of traditional instruments you might hear in this kind of song. I used some that were kind of unusual, and I wanted to talk about those in particular. But first, the usual ones. I use guitar as kind of the backbone of the song. For bass, I use something that's rapidly becoming my favorite, and that is my Kala U bass. It's a ukulele bass. Now, those of you who know what it is know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't, it's got nylon strings. It's the size of a baritone ukulele, so it's that scale. This particular one, and I love this, is fretless. So you can do pitch bends and all that wonderful stuff. But for idiots like me who need to know where their hands are, it's got fret lines, so you never lose your position, which is just fantastic. It's one of my favorite instruments, and I highly recommend the Kala U bass. Now, I'm not much of a percussionist. Those of you who listen to my album will realize there's sparse percussion, although it is there. I know what a beat is, but I'm not a drummer. So I use a shaker in this song, and you'll see that presence in there. One of the little additive instruments I used was ocarina, which, thank you Spaghetti Westerns for introducing that to the old Western style song. This particular one was purchased at Pike's Market and given to me. The one I actually used in the song was purchased online, and it's a 12-hole ocarina, more like the style you see in like Legend of Zelda. Funny story behind how I got that ocarina. I'd been studying all night. I was in school, fell asleep like at 2 in the morning, and then I woke up again kind of early, and I was super drowsy. I don't think I was all the way awake, and I had been dreaming of myself like in a forest playing the ocarina, and I thought to myself, I need one of these. So I looked up YouTube videos of people playing songs on the ocarina, and I was like, I really need one of these. And so I got online, found a really nice ocarina, and keep in mind I was in school at this time. I didn't have a lot of money. I bought myself a really nice ocarina, a 12-hole ocarina, and to my chagrin, when I fully woke up, I realized what I had done, and I was like, I probably shouldn't have done that. But I've never regretted it. That ocarina is very nice. Hopefully you enjoy it in the song. It's got a very nice tone, and it's a very nice little additive to all my little instrument collection. So now on to the instruments that are a little bit different in this song. I used a shortboard MIDI, and the instrument I chose to use, I was just kind of playing around with it, trying to find a good extra instrumentation for the song. I used a clavinet. Now, I really didn't think that was much of a traditional instrument to use in an old Western ballad, but I just loved the way it jived with the song so much I couldn't resist putting it in there. So hopefully you enjoy that. Check it out. I think you will like it. The other instrument I used, and this goes back to my family roots a bit, was this instrument, the quena. Now, my father's an Argentine immigrant to the United States, so this is kind of special to me to use this. It's a 7-hole, open on both ends, wind instrument, flute, and it is just a powerful, powerful sounding instrument. It just kind of belches out. That did not sound right. It's what I meant to say is it's made for playing off mountaintops, basically, and I have, and it's a beautiful feeling. Now, the one I actually used in the song is made completely of purple heart. This one is made of bamboo, but if you look closely, it's got wooden inlays. It was made by a fantastic quena maker. It's got ebony and then a couple other woods. This third one is more the color of the entire quena that I use. And then this one has a metal ring that you can use to adjust the tone of the quena. So it's just a wonderful instrument, and you'll hear this for sure on the track, and I hope you like it. So check out the track which is coming up just next, 10 Men Drown. If you like it, you can go to my SoundCloud, listen to it as many times as you want. You can listen to other tracks that are up there. And if you like this video, follow my YouTube channel, Man of Dust.
Struck a deal with the devil for a shiny gold plate. Most called it choices, he chose to call it fate. They showered him with accolades on the day he went down to the mouth of the river called 10 Men Drowned. Snuffed the candle out in darkness for those who kept the light. Took the jacket from the needy, feel the hurricane bite, while they showered him with praises on the day he went down to the mouth of the river called 10 Men Drowned. Drown was its name by the sea, just the delta of a river, and on its banks was a tree. A noose hung high of its bough, and at that scaffold's end were clothed the deals of the devil's men. Somewhere beneath the earth that plate was hammered into sheets and used to measure out his life by yards and by feet. The devil gave him accolades, but just to get him down to the mouth of the river called 10